Sheralyn?
Sheralyn.
Sheralyn, right, Sheralyn. So tell us again what needs fixing.
Well, that knuckle is got arthritis in that thumb, so it's like where I hold the scissors like that.
Yeah.
It's like you can see when I do that, that one's quite thin and that one's...
Yeah. Right, so we're going to need to get that on camera really well. So if you can put your hands down like that for Andrew to pick that up. That's lovely. And we can see that knuckle's not as it should be. And then you say you've got a hammer toe as well.
I used to wear heels a lot and flip-flops with a wedge on, and I can't wear them anymore because my toe is like, I have to wear this to keep it down. And it's
Oh, yeah.
on up like that.
Right, okay, let's see what we can do. Okay.
But it's affecting my ankle hurts there and also going up into my sciatica nerve.
Right, okay, yeah, so leave that shoe off for now. Yep, leave it off. Yeah, cool. All right, we'll work on your hand first. God bless. God bless, okay. All right, so I'm just going to cover how is it the healing works. So my job is to demystify the healing, not have you all in awe of how is it I do this. It's to understand that everything is made of energy. So in your head will be a thought. That thought then triggers chemicals in your body, which are feelings. Some of those feelings you feel straight away. Joy, happiness, you feel straight away. Some of the other feelings, grief, loneliness, despair, you won't feel straight away. And so they get stored somewhere in your body at a cellular level. God bless. Now what's happening for you? What did you feel happening just then?
It triggered a point that you said about...
Yeah, I did, didn't I? Yeah. Cool. And so they get stuck in the body, you see. They just get stuck until we feel them. Now, what the healing guides do, they don't try and fix you. They just bring in their higher consciousness. Why do they have higher consciousness? Are they better than us? No, they're not better than us. But they have a higher degree of consciousness. They're more aware. At any point in time, any of us could be the most aware person in the room. It might be the person that's in the most pain. Pain can bring us into awareness. It might be the person that's paying the most attention. Paying something attention can bring us into awareness. I consider that the name of the game here on earth is being more aware, being more conscious, freeing ourselves from the conditioning of the past and getting mastery over mind. Otherwise, this mind just takes us anywhere. And the current chaos with Brexit is absolute, a physical manifestation of the chaos of the mind. Really, it's just, it's crazy, isn't it? It's like, really? Wow. This is a really simple idea of government, and I get this from a guy called Charles Eisenstein, who's written a book called Sacred Economics. The purpose of government is to manage the resources of a nation for the benefit of the inhabitants of that nation in a sustainable way. That's nice and simple, isn't it? Wouldn't that be a good use of government, eh? It'd be nice to see evidence of that one. Cool. And I've got this really simple way of looking at things. And it's this. If you want to make Britain great again, what you do is you start supporting British workmen, British farmers. You just buy British. Stop buying stuff from overseas. If you want to grow the British economy, refuse to buy anything that isn't British. Would work, wouldn't it? And if you want all the chemicals out your food, refuse to buy any produce that is sprayed with pesticides. Demand organics. Yeah, you'll support your organic farmers. Support your, if you've got farmers markets, I guess you will have here. Support your farmers markets, support your organic growers. You have got the power to change things. Can you feel anything happening in that hand?
Not in my hand, but in my head.
In your head, what's happening?
It's swirling around.
Swirling around. Cool. Right, just try that. Just try that hand, see how it's feeling.
Yeah, it's still tight.
Still tight. Rest it down for me. Cool. So these are your bodies, and your bodies respond to your thoughts. So if running through your head you've got words like, I feel amazing, guess how you're going to feel? Yeah? But if you feel, oh, I'm tired, I'm really, I'm exhausted, guess how you're going to feel? Yeah? So don't underestimate the power of your mind. God bless. When it's our hands where the energy is, it's to do with handling life. A bit of arthritis is a bit of perfectionism. As a hairdresser, I get you, yes, you want the hair perfect every time. Yep. So that's where the energy's getting stuck. Now earlier tonight there was a young lady just asking about finances. Can the entities help with finances? If you want entities to help with finances, this is a way of doing it. You bring your awareness into your heart center and you start a dialogue in here with God. And you ask God to show you what it is you need to do to free yourself financially and have a more abundant life. Abundant on all levels. Now if you do that, then the universe will start becoming cooperative. You've got to watch for the signs. You've got to notice whenever within your body you sort of shrink or pull back about money. And you've got to notice, oh, that's my energetic response to money. And notice as well, if I say to you credit cards, notice what happens within your body. If you go, ooh, what you've got to do is clear that energy. On a physical level, you also have to take some action as well to pay the things off. But the first thing you need to do is clear that energy. Right, just give that another try, see how that's feeling.
Yeah, it's looser.
Cool, and just try the two hands together. That's a bit better. It is. Yeah, and just show the camera. Awesome. Right, I'm going to leave them working there. I'm just going to work on this toe as well. All right, while I'm working on a toe, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about money. When I was a kid, I was about 13, I decided I wanted to learn about money. I didn't know I was going to end up working for a bank. So bear in mind, when I talk about money now, I've got a banking degree. One of the first things that happen when you study banking, or what happened for me, was my very first class at college was they gave me a set of balance sheets. They explained to me, you've got a trading profit and loss account, that's your money coming in, that's your expenses showing your profit, and then you've got your balance sheet, that's your assets and your liabilities. And they gave each of us in that class a balance sheet to go look at, and they asked us, would we lend them some money? And we all came back the next week and each of us said, no, 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 no. And we were all looking at different balance sheets, but everybody said no. And then we took the labels off the balance sheets and I found mine was Lloyds Bank, the person next to me was Midland, they were Barclaycard, another one was NatWest. We were all given the balance sheets of our own banks that we worked for. And our banks were just about insolvent because their assets were deposits that could be called upon at any moment. You know, when there used to be a run on the banks? And they didn't have that many assets in terms of they owned the buildings, but their liabilities were vast. If somebody had wanted their money back overnight, the banks would not have been able to do it. And that's years and years ago. That's like, oh, now how long is it? It's 40 years ago since I knew that. And so your banking system really has been a deck of cards that could topple at any point. And what we also learnt about was money, banknotes. Right? Your banknotes used to say, I promise to pay the bearer on demand the sum of £1, supported by gold at the Bank of England. But not anymore, eh? It's paper. We believe that purple one is worth £20 and we believe the blue one's worth £5. But would it cost any more to print the purple than the blue? Yeah. And something that isn't well known is back in the 1930s, the people that print the banknotes stopped printing the banknotes, so there wasn't enough money in circulation to fund the usual trade. When that happens, people don't get paid their wages. And when people don't get paid their wages, they can't pay the rent. And farms were being sold for 1/10 of what they were worth. Yeah. You remember what broke the Great Depression of the 1930s? World War II. Well, all of a sudden the same people that wouldn't print banknotes for you guys printed lots of banknotes to reopen the factories. They bought them for a song. Those factories that closed because there was no money in circulation were then working 3 shifts making weapons for World War II. Interesting, eh? Now, I know in New Zealand we're about to go through a credit squeeze. Right. How's that toe feeling? Can you feel anything different?
Yeah, it's like tingling, but it's where it's painful, it goes up into there.
Yeah.
And it's like tingling in here.
In there as well. Cool. Right, so what happens is now we haven't just got banknotes and coin, we've got overdrafts and credit cards and loans and personal loans, yeah? But I know we're about to go through in New Zealand another credit squeeze. I know they're also going to go through one in Ireland as well. You see the signs, you see the signs. And when that happens, the banks then have to call in some of their lending book. And people get thrown out their houses, people get thrown off their farms. And the people that cause the credit squeeze buy up the property dirt cheap. And it's criminal. And I reckon this time it happens, there's going to be so many of us aware, we're not going to stand for it. That's what I reckon is going to happen. Now they want you just to walk around on that a little bit just to see how that's feeling. How's it feeling?
Yeah, the ankle is like good.
Yeah, the ankle's good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Right, the little scissors are out now. Sit down again, that's it. All right, over in Ireland, have you guys, like, one of the things that I noticed living in New Zealand and then coming over here, like in New Zealand, we don't get any of your news. Like, Brexit, what's that? When I came over last year, we've not even heard about it. Have you heard what's happened in Ireland with Cerebers? 10,000 people made homeless? No, you see, this is really, really weird. Each country's only getting certain news, and it's like, this makes me really suspicious. So I've got a client in Ireland, and he tipped me off about Cerebers. And Cerebers bought a bank's debt, mortgage debt, threw 10,000 people out on the streets, including 4,000 kids. That just shouldn't happen, should it? The bank didn't want to do it because it was bad publicity, so they sold their mortgage book to this company called Cerebers. And yeah, I reckon Ireland are going to do a credit squeeze. You see, you can have a really good business, but if there's a credit squeeze, even good businesses that have been in families for generations go, because nobody's got any money. You can't afford to pay workers. Nobody's got any spending money. And it's the people that cause the credit squeeze that then buy up the stuff really, really cheaply. Right, have a walk around again.
Yeah.
Feels good?
Yeah.
Yeah,
good.
cool. And let's just check your hand again.
Yeah, it's gone down.
It's gone down quite a bit, hasn't it, from what it was? Awesome. Give her a round of applause.